Hello, everyone. Welcome to Abnormal Investigations. Sorry, we're a little bit late. The computer is wanting to fight with me. Thank you, Tim, for that. We appreciate that. God bless you for that. Oh, man. I tell you what, today's been crazy. I've got a migraine for 3 days. My neck and head. Jesse's had a migraine for several days, I think. Mom, I think her legs are hurting her. Seems like the weather is getting it into everybody. It looks like there's a lot of people in chat that's even getting affected by the weather. So it has to be the weather because I'm 29 years old and it's still bothering me. So it ain't age. Age ain't got nothing to do with it. We got a pretty good show set up for y'all tonight. We got some video. We got some photographs that we're gonna go over from November 16th, I believe. Yeah, November 16th. And of course, I have no idea why that just popped up. My computer is telling me to go play Call of Duty right now. But anyways, yeah, we got a lot of things to talk about tonight. Boots on the ground the other night was pretty slow. Not a lot happened on it, but we'll talk some more about that. I'm going to go ahead and throw Jesse in here before I even get to the announcements, and then I'll do roll call with everybody also. Randy, I think's in the chat, but Scott will be joining us here in a little bit whenever he gets back from doing what he was doing.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Mike.
So how's your head?
My head right now is not as bad as my neck. It's still my neck, but the headache comes and goes. So
yeah, that's kind of the way mine's been today.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Scott's trying to hop in. I'll let him get situated before I just throw him in there in case he's picking his nose or something. I don't just want to throw him up in there. All right, he says he's ready.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Jesse, Mike.
Hello, Scott.
How are you, Scott?
Doing good.
We're just talking about all of our body aches. We both got a migraine and neck pain for like 3 days.
Wow.
I don't know what it is. We're going to send that weather up to you. You should have it in a couple of days, I think.
Yeah, we're going down to 20 tonight.
I don't know what. I think we're 25 or 6 tonight, so we're a little warmer.
It's cold here, I'll tell you. I don't know. Like it's been in the 16s, 19, 16, something like
Wow.
that.
Don't freeze that cheese.
Yeah. It won't be squeaky no more.
No. Gotta have the squeaky cheese.
The internet's been goofy tonight. I'm freezing up a little bit. It keeps telling me that I have too many things running on there, and I don't know how that's even happening. But everybody, I talked to some people, and they told me that maybe get an Ethernet and plug it directly into my computer might be better than the Wi-Fi. So may have to try that.
A lot of people have been having problems with YouTube the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jesse done a boots on the ground the other night, and it said that she had done it like 4 days?
2 days. It was 2 days.
2
Yeah.
days. And then I done one like a week ago, and it said I'd done it 6 days ago, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
But you try to argue with them, you don't get nowhere because they're just like, "What? I'm sorry, I helped. Is that all you need?" I'm like, "You haven't even listened to my problem yet." But I just gave up. Oh man. Well, we got a few photographs to look at tonight. We got a little bit of audio tonight that Mike sent us. Looks like we got Michelle in here, Richard Minnick's in here, Dana's in here, Who Do You Love's in here, aka Lawana, and Tammy Brewer looks like's in here. I've seen quite a few. I think we got Randy's in here moderating. I haven't seen Pam. I think she was having phone trouble. I think her phone was giving her some issues.
Yeah.
Silver Bullet's in here. Darren Greer's in here. He's from, I'm probably going to, Fallon, Missouri. We got a Missourian in here. A Kentuckian in here. A cheesehead. I always call her a cheesehead.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, he said I said it right. See, I got one right.
There you go.
Wow. Oh man. Just to let everybody know, coming up, we got a lot of good guests going to be joining us on the show. The 4th, we have Travis Carpenter is going to join us again. We're going to talk about the awareness project that he's been putting out. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Then we're going to have Blake's going to be on the show from the Lost Crypted Conservatory. He's going to be joining us. I believe that's going to be the 8th. And then the 12th, we're going to have Amanda the Bigfoot Lady back. So we got quite a few things planned. And then I got another guy that reached out to me last night, actually. And he's had 3 pretty wild encounters. And he says he wants to come on and talk to us about those. So we might have quite a few guests lined up for December. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. Yeah, well, we should be pretty busy for that. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I changed the intro. Did y'all see that the intro has been changed?
I like it better.
We had some people that didn't like the intro. They thought it was a little too scary. And they're on a scary platform. The Look at It Crypt is trying to get scared, and the pictures were too scary.
They weren't scary. They were
Creepy.
icky, gross. Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're going to have like an application for this channel. If you can't pass the Bone Tomahawk Challenge, you can't be here. That's what we're going to call it.
I made it through the movie.
Yeah, but you turned your head at the good part. That don't count.
Yeah, when they start chop, and you don't want to turn your head.
Yep. He was just making salad.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
I wonder when they pulled him apart, did they make a wish?
Yeah. And who won?
Who got the wish?
But yeah, I changed the intro to a little less. I guess we PG'd it. today. I did keep my other ones though, in case I do want to play them. And if y'all have not checked out AI Seeking the Truth, I promise you, if you're looking for off the rail encounters, that's the place to go.
Yeah.
There is some wild stuff over there. The video that drops tomorrow, I'm telling you right now, it's crazy. It's going to be, it's not, I don't think it's quite as bad as The Neighbor from Hell. I remember Scott got pretty mad at that lady. She was pretty evil.
That was a bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got her karma though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she did. She got the karma in her big old Cadillac. And then this one that drops Monday is going to be pretty close to as bad as that one. It's actually pretty bad, but I saved it for Monday. I didn't drop it on Sunday. As always, Hunter, I love and miss you. Wish I could see you. Sorry that he's having to go through all this. YouTube members and Patreon members, you have a video that's probably going to drop tonight or in the morning. So be looking for that. I've got one that's going to be coming out for you guys for been members. That's the appreciation. And there we are. The other night on the Boots. Are we back?
Yeah. You froze up.
Yeah.
And still freezing.
Are we back now?
Buffering's bad.
Uh-oh. Is it buffering bad?
Yes.
Yep.
You are.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Let me try. One second.
Y'all be quiet.
I love that, Michelle. You know, the one thing about all these evil people is sooner or later, they will get their karma.
Yes, they
Right,
will.
Scott? Yes, they will.
It's
Karma.
coming.
Yeah. She's a doozy.
Are we better now?
Well, me and Jesse are, but I don't know about you.
Yeah, that's always up for debate.
I'm trying. I'm always in and out. You never know what kind of reception I'm getting.
All those UFOs flying over your house.
I know. I'm working on it. We're cutting down some devices to see if that'll make a difference. I don't know if it's me or if it's YouTube. I'm showing that my connection is great. So
yeah,
it's gotta be YouTube.
Yeah, it shows my connection's 100%. So it's got to be YouTube.
Well, that's who we're going to blame it on.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna blame YouTube. But man, the boots on the ground Saturday night. That was so slow. It was so quiet Saturday night. It didn't feel like there was anything out there.
Yeah, a couple of eye shines and a couple of walking around sounds.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
eye shines were good though because they were real big.
Yeah. It seemed like they were trying to keep distance on us too. It's like they didn't want to get close to us. They were staying pretty far back. I don't blame them though. It was cold.
I was gonna say you can't blame them.
Yeah, it was pretty cold out. And now that we got brighter lights, it seems like they're pushing back further too.
Right.
I don't know. I try to go brighter lights so everybody can see, but whenever you go, it's kind of a trade-off. You go brighter lights, you start pushing everything back.
They can't sneak up on you.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know if maybe we're going to have to bring the lights down or something.
I thought it would have been more active with the new moon since it was so dark. But
yeah, well, the last time we went boots on the ground, I ended up with 2 flat tires where they were putting the trolls out at. So,
right.
And it was nails. So
right.
That's probably part of it.
Yeah, if they're in the area before you get there, the trolls, then yeah, it's going to disturb the area.
Yeah. And of course, Sarah, she can't drive down where I drive to because she just got street tires. I've got, 10-ply tires. So when I got home, I knew that there was something going on because I had 2 flat tires on the back. And when you get 2 flat tires on 10-ply rock tires,
oh yeah,
and you're just driving a country road, something's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get a nail to go through 10-ply tire.
Yeah. So I figured that was probably part of it, but I should have those fixed. I'm going to get those fixed this week. That way we'll be back out in my vehicle and be able to get back down in there where we want to go. I don't know if the cold is going to affect them or not. It hasn't in the past at Granny's. I mean, they was always there at Granny's. It didn't seem like that ever stopped them from coming around.
Right.
So they might get hungrier.
I think light would affect them more than anything.
Yeah, I think the light's pushing them back now that we have the brighter flashlights. I think that's really pushing them back.
Yeah.
Well, what we need to do next time is like put Sarah way back in the background behind them and you be in front of them. And you all can shine the light both ways.
Get them in the middle.
Yeah, get them in the middle.
I want the middle closest to the car.
With the keys.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. We got a few photos I guess we can go ahead and jump into tonight. We'll knock all this out of the way. They were sent to me late, so I didn't get to go through these a whole lot. So y'all are going to actually get to see these about as fast as I got to see them. If I get my tires done this week, I plan on doing a really big live Saturday night. I'm actually going to go and try to find this location that all these other investigators weren't even able hardly to stay. They were scared out of this place we're wanting to go to in the daylight. And they actually filmed where they got scared, and they wasn't even able to stay there. So if I get my tires fixed, I'm planning on going in there and doing a daylight in and a dark out. And they got some pictures in the daylight that were amazing. I mean, some of the things that they found were the pale burrower looking people that they found down there.
Oh Lord.
So, yeah.
What a movie.
Yeah, did you like it?
Yeah. It was like a sort of reminded me of Tremors, but a different type of version.
It was
It
different.
makes you not want.
Yeah.
It makes you not want to camp on the ground.
Well, that's that. Yeah, that's for sure.
They were ugly little things, wasn't they?
Yes, they were. The first thing I thought was Skinwalker when I saw them.
That's what I thought too. Everybody said there's a movie on Tubi. We may have to make that the movie for next week. It's called Actual Skinwalker, and
I've
it's
seen that.
supposed to be. They said it's supposed to be pretty good.
That's on my list.
Well, you may have to watch it this week,
Maybe.
unless they make a bone tomahawk too. So on this one right here, I'm not sure on this next photograph, and I'm going to show it to y'all. And like I said, I haven't had long to study them. I just got them today and had to upload them and everything. But I'm going to start out with the one that was kind of confusing to me. I don't know if the eye shine we're looking at in this photograph I'm going to show you, if this is one creature or if it's two creatures. I'm hoping that it's two creatures, because if this is one creature, this thing is massive. Like elephant gun size you would have to carry. I'm hoping that this thing is not that big. But here's the one. This is the one that shows the eye shine of it right here.
Oh yeah.
If that's eye shine, that tree right there is about diameter. That's a big something.
Yeah. One or the other. It's either two standing there or
That's Big Bertha right there.
Our big one.
Yeah. Name that one Wendy. But look at this right here, and it's the same photograph without eye shine. There's no eye shine. Now, are we looking at one creature, or are we looking at two different things here?
I think it might be two.
Yeah, I do too.
The bottom part's where he is that. That's what I'm hoping. So is the white things that we're looking at on the left of that tree and on the right of that tree where he's got the arrows, you think that's two? Let me pop that back up there. Do you think that's two different creatures we're looking at right there?
I do. Looks like one might be sitting down and the other one is leaning around the tree or something.
I think that's
yeah, the one on the right, it looks like, as you can see, is like the chest and the head. So it might be either in tall weeds or kneeling or sitting down. But the other one, you can sort of see a little bit better.
If you go back to the right, and then this one here with the eye shine,
it looks like it's a side.
Them on both sides of the tree still looking.
It looks like a side view of the one head.
Yeah, the eyes appear to be different sized.
That tree in the distance, you can see how big they are.
Right. Yeah, and that one is a little bit bigger and brighter than the other eye. So it might be two different creatures.
Right. I was hoping that was two different creatures. Because if that was one, we was going to be in trouble. I would have to not go back to that place again. And then we got this other one here. I named this one In the Grass. And I don't know if y'all can see. Like I said, I didn't get to look at these very much before we put them out. But you can see where he outlined it.
Right.
I don't know about that one for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hard to say on that one.
it's a little inconclusive.
Right.
I couldn't say that. What would y'all say that was anything?
It could be, but it's not as easy to see as the other ones.
Right.
Right. Are we still breaking up or are we doing okay?
A little
Doing good?
bit.
Oh. Okay, doing good through here.
Okay. And then we got this one here, and I can kind of see the one on the right.
Yeah. Yeah, the one on the right is a darker figure.
Yeah, I can barely see the one on the left.
Looks like, maybe they kind of. Now the next one is going to be the tricky one. Still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I see a native woman in this next picture. It looks like a native woman to me. See if you can spot her.
I can if I force myself, but it's almost, is it pareidolia to me? I don't know.
Right. I see something, but do you see a headdress on her?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're seeing, Mike? Feathers on top? Or just a band going around the head?
Yeah, it looks like a native lady. I looks like I can see the band.
Yeah.
It's really hard, but it looks like a native lady standing there.
Yeah, I can barely make out the silhouette.
Right.
But I thought it looked like a native lady. As soon as I saw that, I was like, that almost looks like a native lady.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on my phone, so it's really tiny to me. I need to get a better setup where I can read the lives and the feeds and everything and still do this.
So you can kind of see her?
I can see something. I don't know if I can. I don't see it as clear as you do. Can we ask the Red Circle King?
And then we have this. Yeah, I can pull that interview up here in just a second and see what he says.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Lord.
And then we
Okay.
got this one here that was sent in. And again,
Are we looking at the gray figures behind the black background?
it's hard to tell on this one also.
I can see two different things, but I can't make it out what they would do.
For some reason, we're losing internet. Let me try something real fast. I can see two different things. Yeah, see, I'm not even hearing you.
Okay, you've made your appearance now. Down. Come on. Pretty kitty. He's a big kitty. Yeah, Luana, he is loud. No, we lost Mike.
Yeah, I think he's turned it off and turned it back on, maybe. Or he hit the wrong button.
I'm trying to look at that image he had put up,
Right.
see if I can see anything, and it's,
The last one.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw two gray looking figures at the bottom separated from each other a little bit, but I don't know if he's talking about the dark thing in the middle of the picture or the two gray things underneath the dark spot.
Right.
I really believe they might be able to blur your camera where you can't get good pictures of them.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I think they have that ability to do that. Back
Well,
in
and
the,
these are from such distances too that, yeah, it wouldn't take much.
right. Yeah, back when Patty was filmed, there wasn't that much technology. I think that's why they got such a good uh, movie on her, or a good video on her.
Well, what do you mean? So, like, they weren't used to it?
Right,
To,
right, exactly. Patty probably never knew what a camera was or anything, so a motion camera would probably, I don't know if they would even think about blurring it.
yeah. Well, that's like I was telling him a couple weeks ago when I went out to Bray Road and spoke with the property owner and looked at his images and stuff. He had a lot of cam, the deer cam uh, cameras that were out there. So many of them were not just blurred, but they would have like this hazy, I mean, all different colors, whether it's white smoke, black smoke, colored smoke, or mist or something. It would come in and completely just drown out the camera.
Wow.
And so they obviously, yeah, have this ability to do something with these cameras.
Right. I don't think it won't be too long. We'll be all seeing them.
Yeah, more and more people are.
Yeah, the veil is thinning.
Well, and what was I between the increased activity and the disclosure with the government and with aliens, because of course the aliens, the cryptids, they're all, yeah, I believe that they are all the same as
I do
well.
too. I do too.
Um, I think that this is just them opening up that doorway for the uneducated public to accept them as different, things, aliens,
Right.
whatever, and let them start their agenda. Whereas everybody that's been investigating these and looking into this is starting to realize that government is, yeah, well, we've all known the government's not
Right.
exactly.
Right. Right. Yeah. They've
But
covered up.
yeah.
I think they cover up Dogman way more than they do Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Well, yeah.
that's a scary creature.
Well, and I'll tell you, when I first started, you know, learning more and more about Bigfoot, because up until even a few years ago, yeah, I believed in aliens and ghosts and stuff like that. But I thought, oh, Bigfoot and maybe, but then you start listening again and you build up the knowledge and hearing
Right.
all of the stories. And then I hear about this dog man creature and I'm going, werewolves? Really?
Yeah, I know.
Vampires too, right?
Right. Right.
And yeah,
Mermaids are coming out now a lot
yeah,
more. You're hearing more
yeah.
about those, which I can believe. I can believe that because they were sent all over the world, so they could be in the water. They can be anywhere.
There was a TikToker who worked a boat in, since Mike's not here, we can kind of go off subject a little bit. There
Oh
was
yeah.
a there was a TikToker that was working on, he had a boat. I think it was off the coast of Maine. And um, since the last year or so, his videos have started to disappear, and I've been trying to find him again. And I probably could if I dig deep enough. But he had been getting responses from like sirens off the
Wow.
shore, and he ended up having three-letter organization come onto his ship, his boat, and kind of take over for deep sea investigations of some sort.
Hmm.
And they basically locked him out of half of his boat, even though he was trying to, do his own business and make money.
Right.
And things started going on and strange stuff happening. Like he would hear like banging on the sides of his ship, and they would answer him. They would call his name. They would call the name of his crew. It was crazy stuff. And
Yeah,
um,
that would be awesome to see.
I have to look back and see if I can actually find his stuff, because I know it's floating. It's got to be floating out there somewhere, even if
Right.
it's not on his channel. But the whole live clips that he had done and actually put out there were pretty spooky.
Right. And have you seen the video where the submarine is real deep in the water and the hand comes up on the window?
I have, and I've also seen and again, you never know now. I've also
Right.
seen the interview with the guys after the fact that said that they were doing it for uh, a publicity or a
Okay.
marketing thing
Right.
for Discovery Channel or something like that. Or,
Okay.
yeah, one of but of course they went with it. And that's the other thing that I see too a lot is I'll see the original videos and the original clips that come out, and
Right.
sooner or later, people are taking bits and pieces that are the most interesting of these older videos and using them for, boosting their channels or boosting views. Or I even saw one the other day where they were using it on a TikTok thing to boost sales on their little wannabe QVC stuff that they sell on TikTok.
That's
And
crazy. I
it's
want
like,
to. We need to welcome Mike to the Jesse and Scott show. Hello, Mike.
hello, Mike. Thanks for joining us.
I'm trying. It just keeps buffering and buffering and buffering.
Yeah, you sound like you're in an echo
it
tube.
locked me out again.
There you
Yeah.
go. You're good now, I think.
Is it better now?
Well, no, your head's stuck.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me good now?
Yeah, we can hear
Hear
you.
you.
And your head's just moving slowly.
I
Jerking.
don't know what.
Look like one of them scary movies where the ghost sort of twitches around.
I do not know.
Go out the side and look on your telephone pole and see if there's a troll messing with your cable.
A gremlin. It's that time of year,
That's right. Elf on a pole. I'm not saying dancing. He's on a
I'm
pole
telling
outside.
you, it seems like everything's crazy tonight.
Yeah. Other lives were having problems tonight too. It's just not.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to go on my phone.
Sarah might be messing with everything since she's not in here. Just joking, Sarah.
Let's see.
Is that any? I don't know. You're scaring me. Two of y'all. I can't take two of y'all. Is that better?
That's better.
Can you delete the other one, or do you just leave it there?
I'm not sure. I'm just seeing one. I went to my phone. I got off my laptop. For some reason, we don't have any internet coming through real good, so it had to be. Yeah, it had to be my side.
Okay, you're good.
We're good now?
Yep. We were just talking about mermaids and other cryptids that are coming out or have been out for a while, but you see more and more about them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So what were you? Oh, go ahead.
I think the mermaids are part of the same thing too.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about. That everything's all connected.
Yeah.
UFOs and all, every bit of it's all connected.
Yeah, Sarah's hoping to see a UFO.
Well, you had some. What was that over your house on the live, or over the woods in the live?
I don't know. Did y'all see that very good?
I did. When I expanded it, I had to expand it on my phone to bring it in closer. But yeah, I could see something flying in the sky, and to me, it didn't look like a plane.
Uh-oh.
Which one was this?
Did I lose y'all again?
No, you're still here.
No. I can see you. We can hear you.
But you're just staring at us right now.
How about now?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
You're good.
Yeah, I don't know what that light was in the sky the other night, but it was really weird looking. It was really low too.
Right.
I'm not sure what it was.
The things I think might be cryptid UFOs would be the ones that can zigzag real fast or just disappear out of sight or shoot across the sky. If it's slow moving, I think a lot of it's military.
Right.
Just my opinion. I just think it might be like a military something. According to Trump, we haven't seen what USA can do yet. We're so far advanced in technology that we wouldn't even be able to believe it. So
we may end up needing it the way things are going.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not kidding.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's a great time to be alive, but it is also scary.
Yeah, it's a scary time. There's a lot of evil in the world right now.
Yeah,
I can guarantee people that there's a lot of evil.
We know that.
Yes, we do.
It's sad.
It is. It's like I think one of the main things that's happening right now in our society is the demon of jealousy. And I think it all goes out from jealousy, because jealousy, if you think about it, it harbors a lot of different evils,
Yep.
And all different kinds of feelings too. I mean, from good to bad.
It's all over anymore. People, instead of wanting to help each other, people want to destroy each other. That's the sad thing.
That is sad.
It's like, oh, Joe Blow over there, he's doing good. We better attack him.
Right. Right.
It makes me sick how people are.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, I have another one that I named, another photograph. I think I can do it on my phone. I think I've got it figured out. I named it, there's two of them in this photograph, and I think that's what he was seeing also was two of them. So see if I can get it to work here.
It's up. Yeah, that's one that you, was that the one you showed just before you went out?
It might have been. Yeah, I was trying to put it up.
I see a dark spot in the middle of the circle, but underneath it, I see two gray figures of some type.
Yeah.
So
I wonder is that the two gray ones that had the eye shine earlier?
Could be. Could be. Like me and Jesse were talking, a lot of times I think they can manipulate your camera to where you can't get a good picture. It's either blurry or, like she was saying, smoke in front of it, that they can manipulate you taking camera vision of them.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of stress in society whenever the cryptids start vaping.
Oh, Lord.
The question is, what are they vaping?
Right.
Probably humans.
Oh, Lord.
This one here tasted kind of bad. Better send that one to the store to get some medicine.
We ain't gonna eat no more of that family. Oh Lord.
That one kind of tasted like pig and a little bit of Gold Bond. But
have any of you all ever heard of a like a dog man being nice to people? Because I have never. It's always either real bad or they've killed people. Where Bigfoot, you hear good stories and bad stories.
I have.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good thing to talk about because I think I might have told Jesse this the other night. I don't remember. I talk to so many people. I'm so popular anymore. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was telling them we was kind of on the same subject. My granny, for instance, whenever all that was going on down at my granny's house, we would always, we were afraid, like I told you, and she would say, "Bigfoot ain't going to hurt you as long as you leave him alone. He might throw a stick at you, or he might throw a pebble at you, or he might be curious, he might peek in the window or something, but really not going to bother you as long as you ignore him." But then she would turn around in the same sentence and say, "But those other things out there, they will."
Yeah.
So I mean, we were told not to trust any of them,
right?
But we were taught more to be afraid of the other things than to actually be afraid of Bigfoot.
Right. What did you have, Jesse, on that?
Well, the stories that I have heard from other individuals, not necessarily that they were nice along the same lines as some of the stories that you hear of Bigfoot, but just that they were almost complacent, maybe. And yes, that was me, Mike, that we were talking about, because that's what I was telling you about the woman that I had heard her talking about, that it was like her property was almost like a sanctuary, that they were coming and going on her property, and she had like these dogmen that actually like worked as like sentinels on the property and watched over and pretty much kept peace between all of the different beings that were coming and going on her property. And they were nice to her. But again, the question was, were they nice to her because it was considered more of a sanctuary area where these entities and beings and things were kind of cohabitating, or were they nice to her, just because she was living there, because she was feeding them once in a while? But they seem to have been nice and protected her for the most part. But again, the stories that I have heard of them being, quote unquote nice, haven't necessarily been that they're.
Yeah, that they come out and pick a car off the top of you if you're in a wreck or anything like that.
Right.
Right.
No,
yeah, and I agree with you on that. If they're in an area where they're all together and they're all safe in that certain area, why would you start trouble to bring people in there to investigate? Because they know if they do something and it gets out into our public, everybody's going to go investigate or go try to find out what's going on.
Right.
Right.
So, makes sense.
There was a group of people that are investigators that I helped out tremendously. Got them their first cast and got them their first proof and everything. They turned around and screwed me. I should have never helped them, but I put them in an area to where there was, Bigfoot, and they got their first cast there.
Right.
And then he ended up just being a total jerk. But I was working with a lady that they had contact with also, and she had Bigfoot on her property. The weird thing about what happened with her is the Bigfoot didn't bother her in the daytime. She knew they were out there, but there was times that she would call me at night and be in a total panic. and she'd be like, they're trying to get into the house, they're trying to get my son. She believed that they were trying to get her child, and she stuck her phone out the window one night and took a photograph, and there was three of them standing at her son's bedroom. You could see them really well, the silhouettes of them.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder. I would say that we can't trust them because the natives were in pretty much agreement that they were eating their children and stealing their wives. So
And still being their friends and trading with them and stuff. Yeah.
so it's kind of like they'll use you, they'll tolerate you. It's kind of like a,
So
you
most
know,
humans.
yeah, kind of like a cat, kind of like a cat, the cat we have here. If they go out and they catch a rat in the field, they'll bring it up to the yard and they'll play with it. But the cats are fat because we feed them, like pigs. So they'll play with it for a while, then just let it go. But now, if you run out of feed and the cat's hungry, it brings the rat up here and just chomps it down.
Right.
So I think it kind of depends on the mood they're in. If there's food around, if they're in a bad mood, just like one of them's old ladies nagging them or something, and they're coming through there and they're just like, well, that guy's camping right where I need to get water, I'll just take care of him,
Right. Right.
I'm more afraid of something else down there than I am Bigfoot or the werewolf looking thing. I don't know why, but ever since I was told the story at my granny's of one of these things, they said that the house had burnt, right? So there was no roof on the back part of the house at this time. And one of their friends had came over and they were sitting in the back room. And, they're doing what everybody does. They're sitting on the floor visiting, shooting it up. And they turn around and look. Something has crawled up on the outside of the wall and is like peeking over the wall looking at them. But it doesn't have a lower jaw. Its little tongue is sticking out. And it's got two big eyes that are just sunk into its head with no hair. And it's like gray. But it's not like an alien. It's got, I shouldn't say no hair, but it had hair, but like stringy hair. You could still see the scalp. And it was just looking over the wall at them. And they turn around to see this thing that's got upper top teeth, but nothing below. And it hops down. That's the kind of things that I really don't want to see. I mean,
right.
Because a werewolf, you can kind of associate that with a wolf or something, a Bigfoot, a bear, but what do you associate that thing with? I mean, what is that thing,
Right.
And why was it watching? Is it because they are the Nephilim and they were the watchers and that DNA is still distilled in them, so they watch us? They are the watchers, the watchers of the woods?
Yeah. Could be a lot of inbreeding in between them too.
Yeah. Because I mean, if part of their DNA and genetics are angelic, like we think or theorize, and they were the watchers, then that would kind of fit with what they do. I mean, my mom and them, when they were down there at the house, they would peek in the windows at them. They would hide in the pasture, hide in the trees, and they were always watching. They was always watching. So, and they were infatuated with the girls. They would have a certain pick. Like my mom, everybody thought that they wanted my mom more than anybody else. They always had a pick. I don't know why they would. I think mom probably had the closest encounter with it. I don't know if that has anything. Do you think you was the closest one to it, Mom? Yeah, my mom was the closest one to ever like go up on it. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it because she got so close to it that there was that connection. I don't. But it still bothers her to this day. I look forward to whenever I get all my other stuff done, taken care of, and just that stuff. trying to get you and Jesse down here, and I'd like to take you all out down there and let you experience a little bit of what I experienced.
Be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you can't guarantee nobody their safety, but I think as long as you know when to push and when not to push, when to back off, I think you're relatively safe. Now, I wouldn't want to go down there alone and push too much because I do think that they are opportunists.
Right.
And you go down there alone. I mean, they're liable to take you and just break your back and lay you under a tree. And what's the first thing a game warden's going to say is, "Well, that dummy come down here and tried to climb this pecan tree and fell out of it."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blame it on the tree.
Yeah. How would you like somebody just to come along and pull an apple off of you and start eating it? Get you and your little dog. Do you remember, Scott, back whenever me and Sarah and I believe it was Kaylee was going with us in, we was doing the daylight in and the dark out. We'd started doing that.
Right.
You remember Sarah took her dog? Remember that night?
Right.
You remember how scared that dog was?
Yes.
That dog was running into our legs and going crazy.
Yeah. When you first got there, it was like walking around, no problem at all. And then as you got a little deeper, it started acting scared to death.
The next day, that dog died of a heart attack.
Wow.
I mean, that dog never did settle down after having it down there. It never did. After whatever was down there that night, that dog never got over it.
Right.
It's because Sarah ended up having to take the dog to the vet, and the vet tried doing everything they could for it, and they said, plain and simple, the dog was having anxiety attacks and it died of a heart attack. That's
wow.
So whatever was down there,
right?
I don't know if the dog seen it. I guess it could have seen it, but it was definitely smelling it because that dog was doing nothing but smelling and just going crazy.
Yeah. Around in circles.
So, yeah, it was a full size poodle. Is what
I was going to say it was. Yeah, standard poodle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember that. That was a good video.
And then Kaylee, she had her encounter just shortly after that, where it stepped around the tree and looked at her.
Oh yeah.
That pretty much ruined it for her. I think that ended her career.
Yeah, when she was running and almost ran right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she panicked and took off running, and I could see it standing there, and she was running toward it. And I was like, Kaylee, what are you doing? But she panicked. And if we wouldn't have caught her and hollered at her and stuff, she would have ran right to it. She was running right to it. And then whenever she got scared the last time and she was running to the car, that one threw that rock, it just missed her head.
Right.
So they were actually trying to hurt her.
Right. Yeah, I guarantee you they got good aim. If they want to hit you, they'll hit you.
I don't know why they'd want her. They'd give her back. They'd be chasing us down, trying to throw her in the back.
She's keeping up with the car. Wait a minute, something's carrying her. Oh, Lord.
I will never forget the night. And I'm gonna, guys. I can't see chat. I'll switch back to chat.
I can't see the chat at all. So
okay, so I'm not ignoring anybody. If anybody's, I'll go back to chat here in just a second. But I'll never forget the night whenever Chris was with us, and he was behind us, and Sarah blocked him in at the bridge. That poor guy was honking his horn, flashing his headlights, trying to pass us. And we were laughing at him. We thought he was just scared. And then whenever we got home, Sarah's like, why was you so scared? He's like, it was looking in my window at me on the road. He wouldn't even turn and look at it. He said he just looked straight ahead. But it actually came up to the window of his car that night. And he wouldn't look. And he was a skeptic. He didn't believe in this stuff at first. He didn't think it existed.
I don't blame him for not looking.
I'm bad about looking. I'm the person that everybody says don't look. I'm looking because I want to see. I want to see what it is.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to see what it is while I'm driving, though.
Well, he wasn't driving. We had him locked in.
Oh.
Yeah, he was trapped.
Oh.
So I guess we were kind of using him like bait.
Well, no wonder why he won't go out with you guys again.
Come on, Chris. Let's, Randy, that night, I do believe it was a Bigfoot. Yep. Let me get through these pictures. Well, Scott, we lost Scott, didn't we? Let me see if I can go to comments real quick till Scott gets back. There we go. Hello, Scared Silly. You're the first one I seen, Dana, Randy. Hello, Jordan. Good to see you. Sorry, guys. Tonight is so whacked out. Everything's been whacked out in my world. Welcome to my world of chaos. You can ask Jesse. I go through this nightly.
Mm-hmm.
I live on the computer. I told her. I remember the first time I was telling her about all this. I said, "You have to live and breathe it," and she said, "No, thank you."
Yep.
That's not a bad thing. Well, I guess it can be a bad thing because then you get attacked because people get mad at you because they're like, "He's doing something that I can't do, so I better destroy him." Or should I? Well, let me rephrase that. Try to destroy me.
There we go.
They tried to destroy me. Satan thought he had me beat when he saw me on my knees, but then I stood up and said, "Amen." But as soon as Scott gets back, we'll look at the rest of those pictures too. But there is, where would you want to go, Jesse, if you were able to come down and to go? Where have we went that you would like to visit that you have seen us go down and explore?
I don't know. There's a couple of places. I want to go to the one place you haven't gone yet. Also,
the one we're trying to get to right now.
the island.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Devil's Island. That's what Logan calls it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always says, "Don't go to Devil's Island. Don't go to Devil's Island."
But there is the place right. Oh, gosh, I think it's the same place that you and Sarah always get all of the major activity.
The EVP.
Yeah, where Sarah always hears her name getting called and the mama.
Oh yeah, that's the EVP place.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a place you'd really like. What I haven't told a lot of people about that place, a lot of people probably don't know, is further down that trail right there. There's a story that goes along with that. There is where we thought we found a Bigfoot house way back down in there. Let me see.
Oh,
Scott,
did you see Randy's comment?
what is it? Are you going to stay the night on Devil's Island for Halloween special?
It's 2025.
Randy, I would actually be tempted to do it. I really would. I don't think I could get. No, I don't see you, Scott. I don't see him backstage. Try coming in on the link again, Scott, like you did the first time, and see if that'll work for you. I tell you what, we're having all kinds of trouble tonight.
Yeah.
I guess I could blame it on you.
Like always.
So, yeah, that island, if we were to stay the night there, I know what do you think, Mom? She says absolutely not. She said there are some very, very, very evil people there.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, there's like we know somebody that was injured really bad there. Like it was shot in the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's been doors found down there. Yeah, Mom said there's people down there that's more evil than Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to mess with those kind of people. Those kind of evils.
Yeah, they would be the type to catch you.
Welcome back, Scott.
Thank you. Might beam me up to the moon.
I think I found you. I'm figuring this phone out now.
The cheese on the moon ain't as good as Wisconsin, though. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it squeaky?
I'm sure
Very.
it's not. The cheese on the moon is squeaky? I don't think so.
Okay, what is that noise? Wow.
I'm not sure what's going on.
That is crazy. Whatever that was took care of it.
I'm not sure what is going on. Now there's two of me.
Yeah, and you're echoing.
I have no.
Wow.
if you didn't have tinnitus, you have it now.
I live with it, so it's probably going to be worse.
I can't stand a quiet room.
No, I can't either. I literally sleep with a fan right on my ear so I can sleep.
Oh, we'll try to do these pictures again, guys.
You think that was Jodie Foster trying to reach you from outer space? What was that movie where she was listening for a sound?
Oh, I don't remember the name.
Yeah, I can't think of it. It's where she was the only one that believed that there was life out there. And
I'm hoping it looks like you. Mom was asking me what a doppelganger was. She's like, Mike, what's a doppelganger?
It's a very good looking person if it looks like us.
It's what those Kentucky people deal with.
I'm telling you. Dang, inbreeding.
They're in the Appalachian Mountains.
Is it Appalachian, or Appalachian?
Appalachian.
Depends on where you're from, how you say it.
Kentucky, it's Appalachian.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Scott. If you haven't watched it yet on Tubi, there's a series called The Outsiders.
Right.
It's about those Appalachian Mountains. That is a really good series. I got hooked on it.
And what's it on?
Tubi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really good. Let's see. We have this one here. There's a few of them here, he said. A few of them hiding. I promise, guys, we are going to get to the audio in just a second. And this area here is the same area where I believe I walked down and touched the bridge. The bridge.
I definitely see something in that middle.
Well, I'm telling you, that thing has a big nose, too.
Mm-hmm.
Very big nose. It looks like a troll, like a human troll. Expand it, and you'll see that it's got a big nose. You know those monkeys that have that nose that is like 40 times bigger than it should be? That's what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can see the eyes, the brow ridge, and one big nose, if that's what I'm seeing. The cheeks are uncovered with hair, and
Better to smell you with, my dear.
Oh, I guarantee you that thing could smell you. You hear something sniffing,
Then
you
we
know
got
what
one
it is.
beside him. And then this is beside the tree. He superimposed it for us. Again, it's hard for me. I mean, I can tell there's something there.
Looks like something from
But
Minecraft.
Yeah, there's something there. I can see. It might even be that lady. It looks like there's a white face with dark hair,
Oh,
I don't
and
know
maybe
what
a
that
sleeve
is.
coming down, arm coming down with the sleeve on it. I don't know.
could be.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. And then this one here, he said there's two of them in this photograph, or a group of them.
I don't know.
No, just a little too blurry to bring anything.
I don't
I mean,
see it.
I see things, but I can't make out what they are.
Grass, and I think they're having trouble hiding in the grass. Because see how they're dark, they kind of stick out now.
Right. Yeah, they're going to because of the foliage is gone, and the sticks are going to show that darker color real easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see sort of a face on the one to the left.
Yeah. And y'all remember me telling you about my granny happened to use that bell, remember?
Right.
Well, Mike was able to get a audio of the bell. So I was pretty happy about this audio. This is what I was hearing after that night whenever remember when I got freaked out and left because I heard the bell?
Yeah.
Right.
He was able to catch it and clean it up. So now y'all know why it bothered me, because it related to my granny. But now you'll get to hear what I was hearing.
Yep. Hello.
Can hear you.
Yeah, I think we're buffering in and out. I can't even turn my mic or my cam on or off. It's gone. Them demons is a bothering us tonight.
Boy, there's something going on.
Yeah, I don't have any control over my screen now.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Could you hear the bell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a whistle and a bell, like sort of a whistle sound with a bell, maybe, or they were doing it close together. It was metallic sounding though. But I can understand why you wanted to leave. Are you froze up again, Michael? Jesse, I think
he's froze again too.
Yeah, a lot of difficulty tonight.
I thought the chat froze up there too for a second.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me and you, it just goes after Mike.
Yep.
He making screaming noises in our ears and making us hear bells. That's crazy. I cannot do anything.
Well, we lost Mike.
Yeah, he might have to cut it short if we keep having problems.
So I guess we're not going to get to review the burrowers, huh? Or did we technically review that? No, we didn't review it.
No, we did. We just talked about how they look like skinwalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was creepy parts in it. The part where the guy looks down and he starts moving the dirt away from the hole in that eye, sitting there staring at him. Yeah, that was a little creepy.
See, now I actually watched because I didn't watch the movie, so I had to watch the quick version, the 30-minute breakdown version on YouTube
Oh,
before tonight's show.
oh Lord.
So I didn't get to enjoy it like you both did.
Yeah, I watched it all the way through, but I mean, it was a good movie. Some of the stuff in there was a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to take the body and slice the neck and put some kind of something in their neck and then seal it back up to make them go numb. They were still alive, but they would bury them alive, but they had to wait till the meat all rotted inside before they could eat them.
Yep.
Michael, you with us?
I believe I'm back.
Okay, welcome to the Jesse and Scott show again.
Yeah. I tell you what, it don't like me tonight. Are you all freezing up or is it just me?
Just you.
Just me? Yeah, so it's my internet. I figured it was.
Mike, the name of the movie, I can't say borrowers real good. I can't even talk anyway, but
Burrowers.
yeah, meaning they burrow underground.
Burrowers.
Right.
That's the name of it. Burrowers.
Right.
Okay, because I think that's what Scared Silly is asking.
Yeah, the burrowers.
Yeah.
And then, guys, we got one where it sounds like something is saying help. Might have been Jessie. No, it wasn't her. She wasn't there, but something's saying help. I couldn't help her anyways. I'm not a psychologist.
Well, we know who is. We know who could help her.
Yep, I got somebody that could help you.
Yes.
She drove one person crazy.
Mm.
Yeah. Could definitely hear it saying help.
So that was a pretty weird one. And that's actually the place that Jesse wants to go to where we get all the EVPs.
Yeah. You've got some different things happening in that around that lake. A lot of witchcraft, evidently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that place you went when those little black things came out of the ground and were running all around your feet, and we're all sitting there saying, why is he walking around while they're running all over him and stuff? We were all in shock, but you didn't even see him. So, but that's definitely demonic. That, to me, that wasn't cryptid. That was demonic.
Yeah, that was a scary night. That was a bad night.
Yeah. I saw a thing go in the woods and go up, and then all of a sudden something started growing. Some kind of black figure just came up next to the tree. So yeah, they could change her shape and everything.
Yeah, those were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Those were. Well, this next one though, he said it sounds like they're talking. He called it the chatter.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot going on that one. You could hear the different sounds and syllables and stuff. It sounded like something was trying to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
What were they saying, Jesse?
They're saying, "Oh my gosh, look at these people that are coming out here again. What bunch of idiots." Yeah, they didn't get the idea the first time. No. Maybe we should throw another log at them. Yeah, I like that idea.
Now, ask again, Mike. Oh my God.
I think she translated that one good.
I think one said, "Leave Sarah here. You go by yourself."
Yeah. Tie Sarah to the tree and leave her. I could do like the tobacco offering with her.
Oh.
And then this next one is the door shutting sound, and I don't know if it's a door shutting. You all tell me if it's a vocalization, a wood knock, but this is what we was hearing.
You there, Mike?
I'm there. I don't know why that picture came up, but I guess I'll have to wait for that to jump off the screen.
It was meant to be seen again. That definitely sounded like a door shutting or opening. Door shutting?
Yeah, I agree with Darren too. You know, not much scares me, but anything demonic brings out the primal fear in me. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, demonic can be horrible.
Silver Bullet says, "Do you think it's because the town was flooded?"
Good possibility.
Amy Tongue says, "Sounds like a wood knock."
That's what I was thinking. It sounded like a real light wood knock or a door closing, maybe just like clicking.
And Sharon Guy says the same thing. It sounds like a knocking to her also. And then Darren Greer. So it might be a knock. It may not be a door shutting. It might be them maybe communicating with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it might have just been a real light tree knock. But
Michelle's singing the song, "I hear you knocking, but you can't come in." I think we're going to send them all to Michelle's house next time.
There you go.
I tell you what, if we get to go to this place that we're looking at going to, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I got enough here at the house and in this little neighborhood right here. We don't need any more sent this way.
You don't want any more?
Nah. I'm done with fooling with them.
Randy thinks they might be communicating also through the knocking, you know, and that's a good possibility. Dana Affliction says, "Yep." You know, another thing I was wondering, you know, these things are evil. We know that. So I wonder if these trolls that are following me when they go down there, are they feeding into it, giving it more place by them going down there being evil as well? Are they feeding off of them?
I think so.
I would say so. If they're not saved and not a Christian, I could see that they could feed off of them big time.
Well, even if they are Christians, the fact that they, with the hatred and the anger that they are pulling in,
right,
and yeah, they'd feed right into it. I mean,
right.
How many times have you heard of paranormal activity increasing in homes where couples or families are under stress and anger, and they're fighting, and there's problems, and that's when things escalate. So, yeah, the hatred and the anger definitely would feed into it.
Makes sense.
And you know, there would be a possibility, I would think, that there could be a hitchhiker or connection that these things could make to these people while they're down there doing that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what Dana just said. See, great minds think alike.
Mhm.
I think they can literally tag you and follow you anywhere in the United States that you go if they want to.
Yes.
And that's including cryptids and demons, which are all in the same thing. But
that's what I think also. And, you know, if you're down there and you're doing something that's evil, which they are doing something that's evil, they're harassing and stalking and, you know, trying to cause mischief or whatever they're trying to do. it makes them no better than what's down there. So I could see the connection, the negative energy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Some of the demons down there are probably more afraid of some of the trolls than they are anything else.
Oh,
They're
I
like,
get
"Ooh,
you.
that's a powerful one there."
Don't mess with that one.
That one wasn't born evil. It took a while to get that evil.
Oh,
but you know, I could see, you know, I could see that happening because, you know, it makes you wonder if you're down there and say you're way off in the woods and these evil people, they follow you down there and they try to stalk you down there, right? They may be in more danger than what you are, because if you're down there, you know, and you're prayed up and you're not bothering anybody, you're just doing your thing, doing your investigation, but they're down there to cause mischief and to be mean and everything. I think that would make them very susceptible.
Mm-hmm.
very.
And could they also be increasing the encounter rate when by the time you get down there, if they're down there messing around?
Yeah. Or you know, that makes you wonder something. And Darren, I would agree. I imagine you have a lot of bad things there. That makes me wonder something that I did not even think of. Wow. What do y'all think about this theory? And you let me know what you think. When I first started investigating, y'all remember it was back 2021, 2022, even the beginning of 2023. Everything that I was getting was cryptid. It was physical encounters. Then, whenever certain individuals got involved and they were into this witchcraft and demonology and astral projecting and, you know, hanging out with anal knockies and doing their thing, you know, saying that, you know, that God is not the God of the Bible, and they're all calling each other brother and sister. Demons call each other brothers and sisters. So I mean, birds of a feather, right? So if all that's happening down there, and then all of a sudden I start getting EVPs that are not cryptid in nature, could there not have been these demonic forces in play at this location until I was going there? And these people knew where I was going, because we know they know where I'm going because they show up where I go. Are they actually the ones that are bringing the evil spirits there and that are making these circles and these demonic pentagrams and things and leaving them and stuff? Could that be what brought them there? Could they have shed off of them?
Very
Well, I
easily.
think
Go ahead.
evil. I was gonna say I think evil is all around us, regardless. But
Right.
I mean, along that thought process, could they have, yeah, concentrated that in that area at yeah, that I believe
Because
100%.
Yeah,
just no, go ahead. We just have a delay.
with them doing rituals down there on the lake, that brown concrete thing, and you're seeing all the signs of it. Yeah, they're definitely summoning them up. There's
And you
no
know, Jesse made a point the other night that made a lot of sense to me too. And I'm sorry, Beverly, we'll be praying for you.
yes,
You know, wow. Jesse was talking. It was a few nights ago. We were talking about, you know, just the stupid things they're doing. About, you know, they went to that circle that we found, and whoever these people are, they're stalking us because I mean they go where we're going. They post pictures where we investigate. I mean they're following us. So whenever they go to these places and they find and they make this pentagram like they made, you know, where we go and try to put the troll in it and try to be funny.
right.
Even if they're being funny and they're making these pentagrams and stuff, not understanding what they're doing, they could be with the hate in their heart for me and the jealousy that they have for me. they could actually be opening a portal by doing that and not even know it.
Yep.
Right. I agree.
I think that's a possibility. Because if you got evil in your heart and you're down there making pentagrams and circles and stuff and making demonic, representations, I mean,
Mike, you don't even know if they didn't take a Ouija board down there in the center of that circle and bring some stuff in.
right.
Right.
Because I mean that they went as far as to make, the 5-point star or whatever, and they done it in the circle, and I think that's a big possibility, because I mean, evil follows evil.
Right. And how long ago did CERN open up whatever they did?
CERN?
Yeah.
It's
Oh
been
man.
a few years.
Yeah, I think they've been running for a couple of years or so.
I think
Okay.
almost a decade.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about something that they just did that we knew would open the veil or make it thinner.
I think that well, I don't think.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know, because I had phone conversations with them. I'm not going to say any names, but I actually had invitations with certain individuals to go into their prayers that they do and to astral project, which I declined, and I'm not friends with these individuals anymore. So we know that the dark magic is out there, that it's being used. But they try so hard to make it sound like it's, that it's a good thing, that it's okay to do this, and it's not okay. It's deception. They use God's words and they intermingle it and twist it around with their beliefs to try to justify what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, there's no bigger blasphemy than to add or to take away from the Bible. I mean, the last page of the Bible warns us about that every plague in the book be cast upon you if you do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I don't even like quoting scripture, because I don't take that lightly. I'll always tell people, I'm not quoting this, directly. This is how I interpret it. But yeah, I think there's a lot of evil at play. They down where we're trying to go to, where I was telling you we're trying to go to, Scott, there's supposed to be a goat thing down there that walks across the bridge.
Okay. We've got that here in right outside of Louisville.
Really?
The Goatman Bridge. It's in Taylorsville, Kentucky. And they actually do a celebration every year. I think it's getting ready to come up. And everybody meets down there by the Goatman Bridge, is what they call it. But there has been a lot of deaths. It's a trestle that goes across two hills. Maybe it's 120-foot drop from the thing, but there's just enough room for the train to go across. And people will walk on this bridge and try to see if they can make it to the other end without being hit by a train. And a lot of them just don't make it. It's mostly younger people trying to do this stuff. And next time I go to the lake, I'll take a picture of it. I tried to, but it was so busy. Traffic was, I couldn't stop to take a picture of it. But it's been a long thing. Yeah, I'll take it the next time I go.
Jordan says CERN happened in 2016. Randy says it's a weregoat instead of a werewolf. It's a weregoat.
I don't know, but these people that have seen it said it's horrible looking.
Like the Jersey Devil?
Yeah, sort of looks like a body of a human with a goat head, but it doesn't look like a goat head. It looks like a human and goat mixture in the face.
Mm.
But there are people. There have been people to survive the train because when the train comes, it comes around a bend and it comes real fast. But they have jumped off the bridge and held on to the side of the trestle until the train went by, and luckily got back up there and survived. But it wasn't too long ago. I think maybe 2017 or something. A young girl tried to do it and she got killed. But yeah, the kids thinks it's a joke to try to make it across that bridge. But there has been a lot of sightings of this, what they call the Goat Man.
It makes you wonder about the old stories, you know, Billy Goat Gruff and all that.
Right.
People trying to cross the bridge. You know, where did those stories come from?
Exactly.
Go ahead, Jesse. I know you're wanting to say something. I see it.
Just myths came from somewhere. Yeah, I agree. Oh, yes. So that brings me back to the burrowers.
Yeah.
Okay. So, little transition here. In the burrowers, there was okay, now because I only watched the condensed version, you're going to have to help me here, guys. They were making a comment. One of the family members had stated that it was every third generation, right?
Right.
Was having this curse upon them.
Right.
And the burrowers would come out. But the thing that got me was when she said that by the third generation, nobody believed the stories that were passed down as warnings. And so by then, they had forgotten whatever. I don't know if they had to do something to protect themselves or what, but that particular portion in the burrowers got me because how many of these myths and legends that have been passed down through, you know, all these years and all these centuries that people have, even though they were warnings to us to pass on to our future generations and turned into old wives' tales or just stories to keep children from misbehaving or wandering off in the woods. How many of these stories, you know, that were morphed and changed were truly legitimate stories that we have, you know, because of the times that have passed and modern ages and the changes and things that have gone on in life, people now just look at them as old wives' tales or myths, legends, things that are, you know, fables.
Right.
But,
you know, Ring Around the Rosie.
Yeah.
well, that was the plague.
Yeah, that's an evil little song, you know.
Well, there was another song that, oh, what is it?
Let the
I don't.
bodies hit the ground.
You're funny.
Oh.
No, there was another song that it's a Christmas song that doesn't seem like a Christmas song, but it was because they weren't, maybe it was a story that I was reading because you weren't allowed to talk about Christ. So, the 12 Days of Christmas.
That's what I was going to say.
See, I knew it would come to me.
But the 12 days of Christmas is supposed to be, each day is supposed to represent something out of the Bible.
Right. And that was their way of being able to remember it and pass it on because they weren't supposed to be necessarily talking about the Bible portion of it.
Okay.
So it was,
makes sense. Yeah.
Luana said Scott is disturbed.
Very.
It's actually drowning pool, I learned, but
I'll be talking to you later, Luana.
What was that one? The Last Witch or whatever? Whenever they hung them off the bridge.
I know what you're talking about, but I didn't see the movie.
That was, you know, a crazy movie because they said if you float, you're a witch. And if you sink, you wasn't. And they said the floating was, you know, the rejection of the water for baptism, that the witches were rejected. But I think in that part, you might want to be a witch because I'd rather float with a rope around my neck as sink.
And why's that?
I don't know.
You're
and
going
they
to
all,
drown and choke at the same time anyway, so I guess it don't matter.
Right? As the tide, the
but
water rushes on by.
they also said that back in those days that there was a whole lot of accidental deaths when they would do that. They would test you for it.
Oh, accidental?
Yeah, they called it accidental. They put a rope around your neck and throw you off a bridge.
And they usually
He
Yeah,
accidentally died.
they
with a
usually
big
weighted
stone.
the dresses down with stones too. So
Right.
yeah,
Wow.
that was an accident. Oops.
I was thinking of Project Bluebeam. That's what I was thinking of earlier.
Not
When I
CERN.
said CERN, I meant Project Bluebeam. Didn't that just happen, come out this year or last year?
Project Bluebeam? No, it's not official.
Oh, it's not?
Project Bluebeam is the conspiracy talk that started way back when, but that's where people are starting to see that Project Bluebeam is actually taking place because
Right.
by the government opening up the disclosure to the aliens and now pushing their agenda with, um, could possibly be a worldly threat, that opens up for the whole scenario case of what Bluebeam is, where we would then be would have the encounters with the aliens, and we would need some outside source to save us, and that would be then step in the Antichrist
And
that we would have to accept.
and that's also what we thought happened in the Miami Mall, that they were projecting aliens and people were seeing them.
Yeah, I read that, and it kind of threw me off because if people were seeing this inside of the mall, I'm not sure how they was projecting from outside unless they had projectors inside.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they're probably messing with us every day in ways we don't even know.
Right.
I mean, there was a guy talking the other day that said that 6G is already out. And the reason they went to 6G is because 5G couldn't penetrate our cells as deep as they needed to in order to manipulate us. They were talking about whenever you look at your cell phone, that they are actually able to read your mind through 5G. Not as good as they would like. So now that's why they're pushing 6G. So one lady was saying if you look at your phone and you're thinking about something, but you don't never say it, but then it comes up in your feed, you're
Well,
like, wow,
let's
I was
try it,
just
Mike.
sit there
You
and think
think of
about
something, and let's see if it comes up in the feed.
a bone tomahawk.
Oh, we got off of the movie, but Jesse, do you know why the things were killing the people and eating the people when you watched your short version?
Yeah, because of the curse of the family.
No, what was the curse?
Oh, that I don't know.
Because the white man killed all the buffalo. They ate buffalo.
Oh,
Yes,
that's right.
they ate buffalo and were satisfied with the buffalo. But when the white man came and shot all the buffalo for fun, sport, and all that, that these things had to start eating on something else, which was humans.
Right.
Yeah,
That's right. I do remember that part.
yeah.
I was
I thought it was neat how that was put into the movie.
hmm
Yeah, I
And then
think
at the end when they brushed it all off on the Indians again and there was no monsters.
Oh yeah, I hated the
Yeah.
end of the end of the movie. Made me mad.
it's like she was reading a story, wasn't she?
Yeah,
And she made it sound like that it was going to happen again in like what 1915 or something like that.
right,
Mhm.
right. But at the very end of the movie, where he's gone to get help, and the guy and the little the Indian girl, they end up killing both of them at the end. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, that I didn't like the way that ended.
Mm.
Yeah, Bone Tomahawk had a better ending.
Yes.
Yeah, creepy but better.
How is it creepy?
Well,
How is it
because
creepy?
because I was thinking that the guy was going to make it out of there.
Yeah,
The main Kurt Russell. I was thinking he was the one going to make it out of there.
Yep, I pulled for him too. I was a little disgusted.
See, I'm a Game of Thrones fan, so anytime a movie takes a twist like that at the end, I'm all for it.
Well, I like the good guys to win all the time.
Yeah,
well, yeah, the good guys to win, but they don't always necessarily win the way that we want them to, unfortunately.
Right. Beverly says she don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in aliens. I believe they're demons.
Right. Demons can appear in anything. In the sky, they can manipulate different things. Yeah.
More and more people have been coming out. Who was that? Tucker Carlson just had a show where he claimed that he had proof that they were also demons. I think Joe Rogan just had a show too.
They've been under fire too ever since they've said that.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought that was interesting after it had been discussed several times on here that all of a sudden these other big shows are coming out talking about this.
Well, we was the first ones to bring it up, just so everybody knows.
You heard it here first, folks.
and if you notice now, there is other people doing boots in the cemetery or boots on the ground, and
boots in the cemetery, boots in the cement.
Now, guys, we're going boots on the ground tonight. Okay, we're going to drive around the cemetery. We're not going to walk. We're going to drive.
Well, yeah, they don't get out. They're scared.
Well, the most dangerous thing to them is probably the cardio and not even the cryptid.
Can't get out. You can't get out when you've got bad feet.
I have to back off.
He's got more of a chance of having a heart attack than they do a cryptid encounter.
Oh, jeez.
If I have to run, guys, it's over. What was that, Sanford and Sons? This is going to be the big one.
I'm coming, Edith.
Oh my God! Yeah, I was laughing about that the other night so hard. It's like they were doing their boots on the ground, and it was like you can't hear them talking for the motor running because they're like all filming out of the windows. And it's like a whole carload of them. They're like, we're not hearing. Wait, we hear. Wait. Oh, wait, never mind. Turn down the radio. It was just the radio, folks. False alarm. Did you hear that tree knock? No, man. I was just chewing on one of those candy bars. But no, it was, but I noticed it every since.
Oh my God!
Ever since we started doing that, a lot of people have started, trying to mimic what we're doing. And at first they hated it, remember? Right. I hate that boots on the ground. I don't want to hear about that. I better not see one pumpkin in this house this year. And then the next thing you know, they're out, carving pumpkins and boots on the ground. So, I don't know. It just cracks me up. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, "This is so stupid." I mean, they're still over there beating a dead horse. I mean, they're still stuck on the throwing a rock thing. Whenever we prove that wrong like 5 million times, it's like, I guess if you tell a lie so many times, you start to believe it yourself.
Must be.
I'm gonna start telling myself that I'm rich. I wonder if that work.
Must be.
I want to be rich like Scott so I can eat at Taco Bell every day.
There you go. You just have to retire and beg the government for your money.
Yeah. Well, we all live off the government over here. We ain't got no jobs. You're not allowed to have a job and be on this channel.
Wait, what was the one exception though? Because I'm working.
Yeah, she got a job.
Oh, she's got a job? Well,
Jessica got a job.
I don't know. Well, we're gonna have to look into that. We might have to send her down the road now.
I think she cleans the baptismal pool at the
Yeah.
churches. Read them of the demons. Is that true, Jesse?
I don't know. Last I heard, I was a garbage collector.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, they make good money.
Yeah, they do.
And I
The
thank
union-
God for them because
It's a union job too, isn't it?
Be pretty cold
Yeah.
riding on the back of them trucks in the winter, especially if it's raining and stuff too.
oh yeah,
Can't
and
be-
just think of the smell in the summertime when they open the garbage can to dump it, or if they have the automatic dumper. You know,
I'd almost rather do it in the winter time. I wouldn't have to smell all that stuff.
I'm telling you.
I don't think there's a truck big enough to lift that garbage. But they had to bring in the roll off on that.
Open the back door and let them crawl in.
We're gonna have to let the varmints eat on this for a while.
Oh man.
Be like Skinwalker Ranch. It's been laying out here for a week and there ain't even nothing to eat on it.
Oh.
Oh man, guys, that's pretty much all I've got. We kind of got off rail at
We
the
sure
end.
did.
But you got to laugh. That's part of it. If you can't laugh, you can't have fun.
Right.
It was I was good seeing y'all over in Barton's live tonight, though. I went over and hung out with y'all. That was a fun time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have to start hanging out more over there with y'all. I didn't even know y'all were live. I just happened to go on and see that y'all were live.
Yeah. The guest I had was fantastic.
She had
Yeah.
a lot of information.
A whole lot. Well, it has to go into another section, I believe. Next week they're going to have her back on because it's so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She had a lot of.
Yeah, she's moved to 3 different states and had everything follow her to every state, or they come to her from the state that she goes to. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like that connection thing. It's like once they get connected to you.
Right. Right.
That's the scary thing.
Right.
And a lot of people, I don't know. You know, a lot of people don't understand. It just takes that one encounter, and you may have them the rest of your life.
Yeah, that they attach to you or attach something to you to where all of them know who you are.
Yeah. And, you know, it could be. I was reading about a guy the other night, and this was kind of freaky to me. And it reminded me a little bit about what Travis Carpenter was talking about. He was on his way home one night, saw something run across the road, stops his car, rolls his window down. He starts looking out, you know, through the woods, and he sees this werewolf. Well, he speeds off and drives home, doesn't think anything else about it. That night, he's at the ice box, looks into his kitchen, and he sees what looks like an old man sitting at his table. So he shuts the icebox door and tries to hurry up and turn on the light. And when he turns on the light, there's nothing there. It's like once you have that encounter, there's that possibility that whatever it was is going to follow you home.
Right. Either demonic or cryptid.
Yeah.
All basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would hate to, you know, go in the kitchen and see something sitting at the table.
I'd be moving.
Yeah, time to go.
I mean, I saw my ex sitting at a table one time and I about left. Just saying.
There it is.
Oh, she ain't watching.
Well, I'm going to take some of these balls with me next time. You see,
Cat balls.
and if you touch them or move them, they light up.
Right.
So I thought maybe set some of those out there next time and see if something will come up and set them off.
Oh, it probably will.
You think it'll do it?
Yeah, if you get into where the demonic is real bad, like where the black things are on the ground, I guarantee you, they will light up.
We're gonna have to try that. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, you stay in the car this time and film it, and then let Sarah put the cat balls around. last time she cut you off when it was all going on, she went back to her.
Yeah. Little further. Yeah, her leg was hurting her Saturday night. I was like, what is wrong? Because she kept saying, I don't want to go that far from the car. I was like, let's go. And then she told me, she's like, I didn't want to tell you because you'd laugh at me, but I took a fall before we left out in my yard in the mud. But now everybody knows, Sarah.
Sorry, Sarah.
Your secret's safe with us. We won't tell nobody.
Oh man.
Well, Scott, I'll let you head us on out of here. I ain't got any more. If I stay on here, I'll get in trouble.
Yeah. All righty. We want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. Please pray for Hunter to come home. And thanks for all the views you give us and likes. Thank you. Over.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Again, the show wouldn't be anywhere without you. Hunter, miss you, love you, and everybody keep truthing.
And as always, guys, I appreciate everything y'all have done from us, even from the beginning. Everybody shows up in force. Y'all are one of the strongest core following people I've ever met. We go further than just subscribers. You guys are family, and you've proven that over and over and over. Me, my family, my moderators, my friends, my co-hosts, everybody on the channel, we all appreciate that, and I think we're very blessed to have the people that we have. This channel has became more than I thought it ever would. People came from the pits of hell to try to destroy it, and all we've became is stronger over the attacks. And we're growing. We're bigger than we ever was. We're reaching places I never thought we would. We're going to continue to grow. And as always, I miss Hunter, love him to death. Just you got to keep up the good fight. Evil is all around us. But the one thing that we rest our faith on for things that have not happened, but we believe they will, is that we're going to conquer this in the end, and he'll come home, and this will all be over, and we'll be able to focus on the things that we should have been focusing on for a long time. So I'm ready for all that to be over. I'm ready for
Amen.
For it all just to be done, all these lies to be done, cut those people out of our lives, be done with that, and just move on, continue to grow.
Amen.
Yep.
And until next time, guys, keep your head on a swivel. Don't be something's dinner, and try to stay away from the bone tomahawk. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining us.